as interior designers, you are thrown into these emotional, high stakes, difficult situations with virtually little to no training, formal training around difficult conversations, and yet millions of dollars over the course of your career will be gained or lost based on how well you handle those conversations. So there's 3 mistakes I think that we all make, and if we can reduce those 3 mistakes, that will be a really great start. When you don't acknowledge that something is amiss, what happens to your clients? Lack of trust. Yeah, it's even a bigger issue. For people, what happens is they don't feel as safe to tell you their dreams and give you their money. These are points where people make choices of how much more business they're actually going to do with you. Okay, they start pulling back. But what happens is because there's safety that has been lost and there's trust that has been lost, they are not telling you the real thing first. They're only telling you what they have the courage and what they feel safe enough to tell you. So the real good stuff, the stuff that they've piled up that they're really upset about, they haven't even started on because they want to first establish trust with you. And you have to first establish this shared opinion again. Otherwise, they don't feel safe to open up. Imagine if you physically approached, on the phone, in your emails, physically approached those difficult conversations in that space. It doesn't cost a lot of money. It doesn't take a lot of time. You can literally put your own heart, your own self into that space in seconds. And that vibe gets shouted out like radio waves to your client and approaches them as you approach them. Imagine the different kind of conversation that you can have, the possibilities that you can have. They feel that. It's a great place to be able to start. Take everything I've said, same thing. You know why? You get the email, right? And you start typing, and then you go, oh, I can't say that. Delete, delete, delete. And you go, oh, okay, I'll say it like this. Oh, I can't say that. Right? It's the same thing. If you really ever want to have a relationship with a client, real, true, strong, good relationship with a client, the one you really want, the multi-million-dollar, the billion-dollar client that you want to continue with, and there's some issue, you pick up the phone and go, let's talk. There's nothing good that's going to come from this. And the reason why that co-creating solutions is so important, number one is it's always a different problem than what you thought it was. Almost always a different problem than what you thought it was. And secondly, is you two together will come up with solutions that usually easier, number one, usually easier, number two, that neither one of you ever considered, because now you're thinking together. And bottom line, what this does and how this differentiates you from the rest of the designers is it strengthens, it bonds, it creates this new relationship between you and your client that nobody else has. Because everybody else is out there guessing, doing what you're doing, trying to figure it out without asking. And if you're the one designer that uses these tools and that makes it safe and so easy to work with, you are going to get picked over other people.